Have you ever gotten stuck when trying to ask a question in English and thought, should I use do or does? Or tried to make a negative sentence and word sure, is it I don't or I doesn't? If that's ever happened to you, relax. You're not alone. This is one of the most common questions English learners face. The good news? By the end of this video, this won't be a problem anymore. Today we're going to talk about how to use do and does correctly in English. You're going to understand the logic behind it. No stress, no complicated rules. Let's get into it. First, here's something that changes everything. Do and does have different functions depending on the context. Sometimes they're main verbs, sometimes they're helping auxiliary verbs, and that's where many people get confused. Don't worry, I'm going to walk you through it step by step. Let's start with the simplest and most common use. Do and does as auxiliaries in questions. This is probably where you've seen the most often, especially as a beginner. Here's the thing. When you want to ask a question in the simple present, you need a helping verb. That helper is do or does. Here's the golden rule. Use do with I, you, we, and they. Use does with he, she, and it. Simple as that. Let's see some examples. Do you like coffee? Do they play soccer? Now with does. Does she speak Spanish? Does it work? See that? Whenever you're asking a question in the present and the main verb is not to be, you need do or does. Now here's an important detail. After do or does, the main verb stays in the base form. No S, no changes, just the base verb. For example, does he like pizza? Not, does he likes pizza? X. This confuses a lot of people because we learn that with he, she, it, the verb gets an S. But when you use does, that rule doesn't apply. The auxiliary already carries the tense. The main verb stays clean. Now let's move on to another very common use. Do and does in negative sentences. The structure is similar to questions, but now we add not. Again, use do not, don't with I, you, we, and they. Use does not, doesn't with he, she, and it. Examples. I don't like Mondays. They don't speak French. Now with doesn't. She doesn't eat meat. It doesn't work on weekends. And again. The main verb stays in the base form. He doesn't likes music. He doesn't like music. See how that works? When we use does or doesn't, we don't touch the main verb. Now here's something to really remember. If you're making a positive statement, you don't use do or does as auxiliaries. The main verb stands alone. And yes, in this case, with he, she, and it, the verb gets the famous S. Like this. Sia, lei pizza. No does. The verb carries the tense. He works every day. Work becomes works because of he. I like pizza. No auxiliary, just a basic clean verb. So let's do a quick recap. If it's a positive sentence, point. No do or does as helper. The verb changes by itself for he, she, it. If it's a negative or question, use do, does plus base form of the verb. No sieste on a main verb. Simple, right? But wait, there's more. Besides being helpers, do and does can also be main verbs with their own meaning. And this is where things get interesting. When do or does are the main verbs, they mean to do, as in to perform an action. Example, I do my homework every day. Él hace las dices después de la noche. In these cases, they are not helping verbs. They're the actual action. And here's the fun part. Even when do is the main verb, you might still need a helper. Let's look at questions with do as the main verb. Do you do your homework? Does she do yoga? The first do or does is the helper. The second do is the main verb. Sounds weird at first, but you'll get used to it quickly. Now let's see it in the negative. I don't do that. He doesn't do anything. Same thing. helper plus main verb. Here's a cool little fact. In spoken English, do is often used to stand in for other actions, like I'll do the cleaning, you do the cooking. Do here just means take care of, and the meaning depends on the context. And how about this common question? What do you do? Here, do is the helper, and do is also the verb. This question usually means, what's your job? The answer would be, I'm a teacher. O yo trabajo jale. Another interesting use of do is to add emphasis. When you really want to stress that you do something. I do like this movie. That do is just for emphasis. Without emphasis, I like this movie. With emphasis, I do like this movie. Nice trick, right? Let's get back to the practical side. Let's try a few sentences and you figure out. Do or does, helper or main verb. First sentence. Oh, will you play the guitar? Answer, do. Because the subject is you, and it's a question. Second, she boos like chocolate. Answer, doesn't. Negative, subject is she. Third, what will he do on weekends? Answer, does. Does is the helper, do is the main verb. Fourth, their homework every night. Answer, do. Do is the main verb here, with they. Sis. He jammed his bed before school. Answer, does. Positive sentence, does is the main verb. He does his bed. Now let's catch some common mistakes. Wrong. He don't like coffee. Correct. He doesn't like coffee. Another one. Wrong. Does she likes pizza? Big-headed. Does she likes pizza? Correct. Does she like pizza? That's why. Because when we use does, the main verb must stay in the base form. No S. Now that you've got it, let's reinforce things with some real sentence patterns. Questions with do. Do you speak English? Do they know the answer? Do we have homework? Questions with does. Does he work here? Does she want coffee? Does it hurt? Negatives with don't. I don't understand. You don't need to worry. They don't play basketball. Negatives with doesn't. He doesn't like math. She doesn't eat fish. It doesn't make sense. You can use these patterns as templates and build your own sentences. Here's a tip. Choose one structure per day and practice it with different subjects and verbs. Example. Structure. Do you like ... Do you like pizza? Do you like music? Do you like studying English? Make it personal. Talk about things from your real life. That's the secret to learning faster and making it stick. And remember, the more you practice, the more natural it gets. Soon, you'll be using do and does automatically without thinking about it. So, did this video help you? If yes, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any new videos. And share this video with that friend who always says he don't instead of he doesn't. You know who they are. See you in the next episode. Keep practicing and keep learning.